What's up, guys? Just wanted to show you a couple of vids really quick on how I beat, let's see, this base. This one right here. Um, a lot of my clan mates are beating this base with the 4 jump spells that I showed you earlier. Let's pause that. And basically what they do is, let's get Skitch going here. And white. They'll place a jump somewhere in. Whew, what is going on there? Better change up my pencil. Place a jump here, and then they'll either wall break this section or jump it and then jump here. Now, the reason I'm making this video to show you how I do it is because our last clan war I saw this fail quite a bit. So what I do is a golem here and a golem here, backed up by Wiz to take out this line and this line of trash buildings. I let them work on that a little bit, and I'll drop a golem here, and then I'll follow that golem up with wall breakers and wall breakers right here. The reason I wall break here is because I really only want to spend one jump here, and although a jump spell won't connect this to this, it will connect this to this, and that's actually a pretty safe jump spell if you don't really fuck it up. So anyway, okay, so once everything is cleared out here, I'll actually wall break this section too. Now I didn't in this video because I wanted to show somebody why that fails. They did it in a clan war attack and it didn't go so good. So I let them just stand there and kind of beat this stuff up to show what happens. So the jump spell, after it's placed here, okay, I send the rest of my army up through the middle. And if you look here, I got 3 golems, 4 P.E.K.K.A.s, okay, and then a handful of wizards, basically just to clean up out here. So I'll burn 2 golems here, I'll send 1 golem and 4 P.E.K.K.A.s up through the middle with my heroes, okay. So let's see how this attack plays out. So there I go, I send my golem in, backed up by Wiz. Golem, backed up by Wiz. I let them clear up those trash buildings a little bit. And then I'm going to drop a golem here, followed by my wall breakers after I know it's safe. Now that it's safe, send them on in. One thing too is when you're doing war attacks, you have the advantage of being able to scout. So you can see if this radius ever intersects this radius. You want to have that distracted so when you go to send your wall breakers in, they don't kill it. And if at all possible, at least get this distracted by this golem, because ultimately you could send these golems in here to distract that wizard. Okay. So here we go. See, these wizards get killed by this wizard tower, and that's just not at all what I wanted to have happen. Additionally, because this isn't broken open and there's still buildings alive in here that I didn't kill with any wizards, these golems come shopping down through here and they bring their wizards with them. Now they do take this out, but that wasn't the goal. That group of troops needed to kill everything over here. So I put the jump spell down, I put the rest of my troops in, and instead of having a nice funnel of buildings to lead them into the base, a good amount of them, especially the tanks, go shopping around the edges of the base, and even my P.E.K.K.A.s, which really sucks because you want that DPS in the core. There's so much going on in there, and there's a lot of damage they're dealing out. So, yeah, it's basically just all up to my heroes, and I think 1 lone P.E.K.K.A., which is long since dead because 4 Teslas, it just didn't last very long. I do get pretty lucky, and I still 50% this base, but I wouldn't say that's normal. I would say that usually you would fail this base with the amount of mistakes made here. And that golem's gonna die, and I did get 52%. Pretty darn lucky though. Alright, the next one I'm going to show you is the fixes to all those mistakes. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here. I still did make some critical mistakes in my opinion in this raid where I could have done a whole lot better, but So the army comp here is a little different. I got 4 golems this time. So I have 1 for each flank, and then I'm going to have 2 for my squad to run amok up the middle with only 3 P.E.K.K.A.s instead of 4. And if you notice, I have 9 wizards instead of 3, so that I can break both flanks and the arrowhead down here at the bottom. So I send the golems in. I also made sure that this base had heroes that were awake, because knowing that I was giving this attack that I know wrecks this base, I want it to be as hard as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and let my wizards clean up these trash buildings. I'm going to drop my golem down here at some point and some wall breakers to break in there. I wall broke this first over here, and I wall broke this over here. The goal of that is, the reason I do that first is I want to clear out as much of these flanks as possible. Unfortunately, some of my wall breakers broke this really easy and then went down here and broke that too. Not a huge fail or anything, but so you notice I took out both those heroes, which is a huge advantage for me. And then in here, it's almost a direct path just to the core, especially having all this. Because I bring P.E.K.K.A.s, I don't freeze the Infernos, I freeze the Teslas. So I got a value freeze there. I got 2 Teslas for 1 freeze, and then 2 more pop up here, so I freeze those as well. I rage inside the core. I brought 2 jump spells because I know I'm going to do enough damage in here to jump out. A lot of times when I don't bring 2, my troops get stuck in there for a minute, and it pretty much just beats them up. I did make the mistake of dropping that jump way too soon, so the king and the P.E.K.K.A. go cruising out of the center area, and I really needed them to take out that crossbow or X-bow, because 2 X-bows on my king just do work. So, and of course the tanks stay in there because there were still defensive buildings left. Had I taken those out and then put the jump down, those golems would have tanked for my king and that P.E.K.K.A. for a good minute, and I would have at least taken out this section here on the left or the right, depending on which way that they wanted to jump out. But regardless, I got to 60%, and that went pretty well. There is one more raid I'm going to show you. Somebody was asking me about this raid strategy and asked me about doing mass golems, and I thought I'd give it a try. I thought there would be a lot more success than there was, but a lot goes wrong in this raid, and I'm pretty lucky to save the 50%. So I'm going to go ×2 because it's pretty much the same principles. One thing that I mess up on is I fail the wall breakers on one of the flanks, and then I fail on the other side, but not as bad. It actually breaks half the arrowhead and half down here. And that's something I want to explain too, is that the reason those wall breakers broke down here instead of in the middle is because this compartment is full of buildings. All I had to do was put that golem in there and put 4, maybe even 3 wizards in there, waited till they cleared this out, then drop the wall breakers, and both sides would have been a success. And this wouldn't have happened, and the fail here would not have happened. Okay, moving on. So seeing what's going on here, I dropped the rest of my troops, a whole bunch of golems, jump spells, wizards to help clean up, and my heroes. They go what I thought was going to be straight into the core. However, the golems all jumped in there because there's defenses there, but the rest of the troops went shopping left and right. Since there's nothing protecting them, the king is going to get beat down almost right away. The queen's pretty much right behind him. Had to use her ability, and she goes down. Now, I did freeze that in hopes that I could salvage it, and I did. I raged her, she took that out, and this golem is going to tank me the last percent for 50%, run over here, and then just get slapped in the face until this raid's over. So yeah, that's how I beat that base, and that's how not to beat that base. I hope you guys enjoyed this raid. Let's take a look at our clan war really quick. I'm pretty sure it was close to ending, and we won. It looks like 99 to 97. I want to see in the war events. Rebo got 3-starred, and Hank. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video, and